Okay, what is the biggest misconception of you at this point? What's one thing people think about you, but it's not true?
Definitely like personality. Like, I don't know, girls always just think based off pictures that I'm like mean or like intimidating. Like, I don't know, I just always get that because when people meet me and they talk to me, they're like, oh, like I thought you were gonna be a bitch, which I feel like every girl has that problem. Because I have a natural mean mug too. Like, once you get to know me and stuff, like people think I'm like nicer, way nicer than they expected. So probably the biggest misconception.
Craziest rumor you heard about yourself?
Oh my God, so many things. I'm trying to think like what sticks out, cause
Craziest one.
Man, I don't even know if this is appropriate. Probably just something about like with a guy, like I slept with a certain guy and like something happened, like something like that. There's always, guys need to stop lying on their dicks. I'm sorry, but let's stop that this year, please.
Something happened, like what do you mean something happened? Like a pregnancy type of thing?
Yeah, like something like that. Like I really can't pinpoint it because it's been a few, like just random rumors. People just make stuff up. But yeah, something like that, like saying I was pregnant by a certain guy or like involved in some kind of drama. Just something with the guy, honestly, yeah.
I see. You mentioned also too, before I even ask that question, a rumor like that, right?
Yeah.
Do you clear those type of rumors up?
Honestly, no. Like, I would just, when this happened, like, I would just see it in my comments, get DMs, or like people would post it, like I'd see it in tagged things, but I've never like addressed it. Because I'm just like, honestly, that makes you look like you are more guilty. I just feel like if it's not true, like I'm not going to bring attention to it, you know? Like, it's just whatever. I mean, I think maybe once I have been like, if it's something funny that's like, clearly that's not true, I'll like comment something funny back. Like, come on now, like. Oh, like for example, there was something like someone posted me and all the comments were saying they thought I was like a girl that slept with some guy in Miami, like did something crazy. And I'm like, at the time that happened, because they just thought I was a different girl, like we looked alike. I was like, at the time that happened, I wasn't even allowed out the house. Like my mom is so strict. How the fuck would I be in Miami doing this? Like, you know? So I'll say something like that, but most of the time, I won't even like put light on it.
The rumor about you and some other guy, whatever, did that hit like gossip sites? Did
it was on
gossip accounts pick up a story like that?
No, actually they didn't pick it up. They, like a gossip site just, I think, posted a picture of me, like just talking about me, like for a campaign I was doing or something. And then a girl commented saying, isn't this the same girl that was with so-and-so doing whatever in Miami or something like that? And then other people started feeding into it and then it was like tons of comments. So I don't know, she probably thought I was someone else, but either way, I was just like, girl, the time frame you're saying this happened, I wasn't even allowed out my house, like.
So mistaken identity, maybe.
Yeah, I'm like, what would I be doing in Miami, like?
Now, when I first asked you this question, you said, wow, there's so many rumors. Which one is the, you kind of made a comment like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do interviews with people and they don't have too many rumors about them.
Yeah,
And then it's a situation like this where, wow, I have a lot of rumors.
I feel like it's just, I'm not even in drama, like there's nothing even crazy that I've been involved in, but I just feel like honestly, I'm gonna be blunt, like if you're a pretty girl, like people are gonna hate on you, mostly girls, and honestly, guys these days too, so there's always gonna be something created about you to like make you look bad because people are just haters. So even if you're the most perfect, innocent person in the world, someone's gonna say you did something.
So of these different rumors you've heard about yourself, how true are they?
None of them are really true. Like, I mean, some people will just speculate. Like, even, for example, not even with me, but if you see a girl with a guy or, like, a picture someone posts, like, you know, there's always going to be rumors, oh, she's sleeping with him or this and that. So if you're just in a certain circle or in the industry, whatever, like, it's going to look a certain way. That's why you try to just stay off the scene these days. Be careful how you move. But, yeah.
Kind of tough when you got almost 500,000 followers on Instagram, though, no?
Yeah, but I feel like at a point you just get used to it. That's why now I don't even entertain that kind of stuff. If it's not true or like not affecting my pockets, it's whatever.
Is there a question people ask of you you can't stand to answer? Like a recurring question. You just always see this question all the time. Is there a question?
Nothing that like I can't stand, but of course I get like what ethnicity I am. I get like how old I am a lot. Oh, is my butt fake? I get that a lot. Like stuff like that. But nothing is like, ugh. It's just like, this is the number one thing everyone wants to know.
People have thought your butt was fake.
Yes, and I think it's just because I'm really like skinny on the top, but like I'm like curvier on the bottom, so it's just hard for people to believe. But I'm like, I'm 19. I'm not, I mean, I guess some 19-year-olds, of course, do get work done, but just the way I was raised and like even growing up, there was no chance for me to even do that, even if I had wanted to. So it's just like so funny to me when people think that. Just like, how is that possible?
You think it's funny, but is that, and I say this respectively, is that flattering?
I guess, yeah, because people aren't like saying it's bad. They're just like, oh my God, like, your butt is so nice. Did you get your butt done? Or like, what do you do? I'm like, nothing. So I guess it is flattering, yeah.
Because there are people that pay to have their butt big. Yeah. So if you have a natural butt and people are saying that, you had it for free.
Yeah, I don't take it offensive at all. It's like, it depends also how people ask, but I usually just laugh it off. I'm like, no.
Now, at the end of the day, do you care what people think of you?
No, not at all. And I used to, but now, like today, as we speak, I don't care at all what people think of me. But I had to like grow into that, you know? For a while, like for years, I was the girl, like I cared so much about what people thought, tried so hard to like be a certain way, like wasn't myself. But at this point, no.
What do you think the turning point was when you went from caring to not caring?
Just like situations, like just growing up, learning, like I've lived so many different places. I lived in like Chicago elementary, Texas middle school, and then Atlanta, I went to high school here, and I just recently, last summer, moved to LA, and now I'm like, as an adult. So like just different stages, I've just been around so many different people and situations, and like, I just had to learn, like at the end of the day, no matter where you are, who you're around, like, just have to be yourself because no one's ever gonna be satisfied.
Are you honest when you say you don't care at this point?
Yeah, I mean, of course there's times where it's like, I care a little bit, but overall I don't. Because like, people are gonna think what they want to think regardless. Like, you should just accept yourself.
When it came to caring about another person's opinion of you, even back in those times.
Yeah.
Hindsight 2020. Okay, health issues can arise when people care about another person's opinion. It could be a certain level of stress. It can be anxiety.
Yeah.
It could be depression. Worst case, suicidal thoughts.
Oh, yeah.
Did it ever get that bad for you when you did care?
Oh, yeah. Like, I've been open about this, too, on Instagram. I don't know if the post is still up, but a while back, like, when I was in middle school, I was bullied really bad because I was trying so hard to fit in that, like, it just got to me. And, like, the girls I was trying to, like, be involved with, they just ended up, like they would kind of be fake, like, because I wanted to be in their little group. And this was middle school. I lived in Texas. It was mostly, like, predominantly white school, you know? So I was like still learning who I was, like my identity, and just trying to be someone I wasn't. And then it got to a point where they just started making fun of me. I like went to the bathroom stalls to eat lunch. Like it was just terrible. Like I was bullied really bad. And then I moved after that and like glowed up, and now it's whatever. But yeah, looking back, no, I was like really sad. Like I don't say I was depressed because I was young. It's like you don't even know what depression really is. But I definitely had thoughts like I don't want to live anymore. But I never like did anything. It was just something I thought about, you know.
Okay, I want to break a couple things down. When you did get bullied, what city were you living in at the time?
This was San Antonio, Texas.
So was it simply
Eisenhower Middle School? Y'all need to, if kids are getting bullied, you need to do better things because I feel like they didn't help me. I went to counseling, like.
So when you move, and you move from San Antonio to where?
To Atlanta after that, yeah.
Okay, when you move, was the move because of the bullying?
Not necessarily. No, actually it wasn't, but I told my mom like didn't like being there. So it kind of, I guess, helped, but we definitely just moved for other reasons too. Yeah.
So when you actually moved to another city, you go to a new school. Was it another middle school or was it high school by this time?
So when I moved from Texas, it was to Atlanta actually. I started 8th grade and then, I just went to 8th grade. School. Yeah, it was still middle school, but it went by quick and then I went all high school here. So, yeah.
How'd you end up did you face bullying when you went to Atlanta?
No, what's crazy is like it was a completely different experience. It was like a culture shock because I went from growing up, I grew up like in white neighborhoods. Like I was never really around like anyone with like mixed or you know what I mean? So I always just tried to fit into that. And like moving to Atlanta, it was the first time, like I'll be honest, like I was ever around like a lot of Black people and like I was kind of like, it was weird because I'm like, I don't know like where I stand, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure you've heard this, but like people will say too like white for the Black kids and too Black for the white. It was that kind of situation. But no, like then I adjusted pretty quickly. I made like some friends. I was still like figuring stuff out. But after that, like I didn't have any like bullying experiences anymore. If anything, I was like learning all this stuff I didn't know. Like I was so innocent too back in Texas, you know? So.
Now, when it came to bullying, you mentioned certain things that happened to you, like eating lunch in the bathroom stall and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Did anything ever get physical, though? Did you get in any physical altercations with the bullying?
No, these girls, they were not about it. They were just, like, they just said mean things, but no one ever tried anything, you know?
So it was more mental.
Yeah, it was a mental bullying, like, really bad. Like, they would send me, like, text messages threatening me, like, but it was, like, it wasn't like they were gonna beat me up. Like, these are, like, scrawny little white girls. Like, I'm sorry, but they were just mean, you know? So, yeah.
Was there cyberbullying, too?
Oh, yeah, cyberbullying, all that. Like, just saying mean things to me on the phone, online. Yeah.
You mentioned you spoke to a counselor and they couldn't help the situation?
Yeah, so basically, like, when you asked me, like, because I had, like, suicidal thoughts, I guess, and the girl that ended up bullying me, like, because at a point she was, like, my fake friend. So I guess I kind of confided in her, telling her one day, like, I was just not happy with things and, like, whatever. And she went and told the counselor, but made it, like, a big thing to where, like, you know, because as a rule, they have to, if they hear about that, come to you just to be safe. But, like, she was, like, saying it, like, I'm going to get in trouble or something. And I'm like, I can't even, like, vent to you. Like, you're, you know what I mean? So saying that you need to take a different approach on that.
So you saw a school counselor.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That didn't help things.
No, honestly, not until I moved is when I like felt better. But even actually, when I started 9th grade in Atlanta, because I really just missed this, I did get bullied a little bit too there, but I went to a counselor for that. It was mostly just friendship things. I just really struggled with like finding like good friends, you know, and sticking to them. That's what I cared about in school. So.
And you said that was 9th grade?
Yeah, 9th grade. And then, yeah, and then I moved high schools from 9th grade, like after 9th grade, 10th to 12th, I went to a different high school. But not for that, I just moved to districts, and that school I feel like I did way better. But yeah.
Now, you had counseling from the schools, but you never had like counseling outside of the school, like a counseling maybe your parents get you.
No, like when I was younger, like I had behavioral issues, so my mom like put me with the counselor, but all they did is like played toys with me. But as far as like older years, no, I never had an outside one.
No therapy.
Which I'm open to it now. I feel like everyone needs that. Like people think like something's wrong with you if you have to go to therapy. I just feel like it's healthy, like to just vent to someone. So yeah, but I want to do it now, honestly.
Now, somebody watching this, okay? Because it sounds like every time you had a bullying situation, you had an escape, an exit, right? Okay, so you're first bullied in San Antonio, you end up moving, so that kind of saves you there. Then in Atlanta, in 9th grade, you get some bullying there, and then you change schools with districts.
Yeah, that's true.
So you had an exit there. Now, okay, somebody watching this, maybe they don't have the luxury of that option. They can't switch schools, but they have to deal with bullying. Obviously, there's different circumstances that people go to. Not every story is the same.
Yeah, exactly.
But do you have anything you would say to somebody that's watching this that's suffering from some sort of bullying in school?
Oh, yeah. I would definitely say, like, keep a journal, because I even did that at the side, and that really helped me, like, and people think it's corny, whatever. No, it helps. Like, write down how you feel. Like, it'll make you feel better. I would try to find someone, though, that you could confide in, whether it's even your mom, dad, like just anyone you're close to, preferably an adult, though, because they'll understand and won't judge you. Like, I would say try to just go to the counselor at your school though, but honestly, that's not every school has a good counselor. So I would just try it out and like just see if that helps you. And if not, like keep a journal, just it's hard. Honestly, it's hard to answer that, but I would just try a few different things like that.
Your parents were aware of the bullying stuff?
Yeah, I lived with my mom, but like I didn't really talk to my dad. But my mom, yeah, she was aware and like she was sad. Like she always wanted to get involved and like I would be like, no, please don't embarrass me. Like don't get involved. But yeah, she wanted to like call the moms and do all that. Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, kind of hard to see if that would have worked, but
yeah,
do you think that would have?
I feel like they would have bullied me more, or like what's really gonna happen? Like the mom's gonna just probably like say it's wrong, scold their kid, and then we go to school together alone, and it's gonna be the same thing, you know? Yeah. So I don't know if it would have worked, but I personally didn't feel like I was like, you're just gonna embarrass me and make things worse.
Now, what about when it comes to your modeling? Do you care what people think about your modeling? I understand you don't care so much about you personally, what people may think at this point, but what about as far as your modeling?
I mean, to an extent, because I have like goals and certain things I want to do. So of course, like I want to keep a certain representation. So I mean, what people think in that industry like does matter. But right now, like I'm still kind of new to like figuring out what exactly my purpose is, what things like I like to do, like as far as modeling, because like I said, I'm not really in the fit for high fashion. I'm mostly trying to do like stick to beauty, like campaigns, and I want to get into like streetwear, just like cool kind of stuff, like print work, commercials. So yeah, I guess I do care, like, but only for the people that it matters, like the ones that are booking my jobs and stuff, you know?
What are your keys to success at this point? What are some things that make you successful?
Definitely, like, you just have to learn to not care. I feel like that's one thing. You can't like just have one foot in the door. You have to just kind of sometimes go for it and just take risks, because I feel like if I would have done that in past situations, just like gone for stuff instead of procrastinating and hesitating, like I would have been further along or like reached a goal I wanted quicker. Yeah, you just have to be bold and like try new things, take risks, be really smart, like associate yourself. Oh, this is a big one. Like be around people that like you want to be, not like that you want to be like, but just surround yourself with other successful people. And I swear that's going to get you there faster. Like if you're around people that are doing the opposite of what you're trying to do, then it's just going to keep bringing you down, honestly.